Luka and LeBron were wildin' in LA.
Doncic down the middle, he goes! What's up with the middle tonight? Bounce, James, yes sir! One hand!
Plus, we had a couple of insane endings in Phoenix and Atlanta.
McKeel's turnaround is good at 1.3. Utah timeout.
And Cooper Flagg hosted Wemby for a spectacular showdown. But we gotta start in LA, where Luka Doncic and LeBron James put on a dunk show for the home fans.
Piling up the rebounds already, he's now got 4. Doncic down the middle, he goes! What's up with the middle tonight?
Luka with the dunk and almost got a technical. You can hold yourself up. You can't do a chin up.
That was only the 3rd dunk for Luka this season, and it was dedicated to Carter and T-Mac.
I'll do some dunks next couple games for you guys.
Yeah, you do what you do.
Props to him for fulfilling his promise. Next, we got LePapa James.
Rejection, taken out by LeBron. Here we go! Throw it down! Look out below!
He took off, and I mean, he had to really extend to get that dunk.
Look at where he takes off of. It's ridiculous at this point. But it's safe to say that Quentin Grimes stopped both of them because...
Going base. Oh, look out! Whoa, Grimes! Throwing it down.
Jeez, he's definitely one of the best in-game dunkers in the league. Lakers fans had to go from watching Jake getting posterized to Luka getting injured a minute later. It wasn't fun at all.
Doncic doubled up, tries to slip it to Kleber. Now Luka hobbling on the other side. He's still in there, obviously. Luka's really hobbling. Luka's done for at least the moment. At least the moment.
Yeah, he is not moving very well at all. Very gingerly as he stops on the 76er end.
Doncic grabbed his hamstring, walked off the court, and didn't return till the end. Considering the amount of injured superstars, I hope Luka bounces back quickly. The Sixers took control of the game early and held a double-digit lead late in the 3rd quarter. Luckily for the home crowd, Austin Reaves started getting hot when they needed him the most.
Austin 3 created a little bit of real estate. Yes, sir. Fresh snow from the outside for AR. Not liking either of those. Oh, attacking.
The Lakers finished the period on a strong 16-6 run to make it a one-possession game. And Stone Cold Reaves continued putting pressure on Philly's defense with remarkable shots.
LeBron really rising fire from out there. And Jed, he's going to kick it. This is for the lead. For the lead. Looked like a cohesive unit at this point. LeBron, the pick by Vando. Gives it right to Reaves. Boy, he's right next to him. Reaves trying another tough 3. 2 unbelievable threes for AR.
Back-to-back bombs from deep by Austin to flip the script in LA's favor. He exploded off the bench with 35 points on 70% shooting in just 25 minutes of action. The Lakers were rolling in the final period and almost put the game out of reach.
Underneath LeBron! Outside in, Laker basketball. Rui finds him, gets the assist. I mean, the Lakers played so poorly in the first half. Here comes LeBron! He's got it again!
The youngest and fastest on the court puts his team up by 16 points. If Philly plans to respond, it's now or never.
Scoreless in the 4th. And Tyrese hits it from 3. They score here, it's a game. Underneath, laid up and in by Embiid. It's
he
down
didn't even
to
leave
8.
his feet when he shot that one. He did it so easily.
Now you really have nervous time.
Now you got a ball game.
Oubre goes all the way in, and he's going to shoot free throws.
Boy, what a response it was. A 10-0 blitz by the Sixers got the game down to 4 points, but the King was still flying high.
Minute 38 to play, lob to LeBron, finish it!
Well, they overplayed him.
Under a minute. It's a 2-possession game. Bounce, James, yes sir! One hand!
Well, court was wide open.
Oh my goodness, LeBron puts the exclamation point with 2 spectacular dunks. It's gotta be over now. Well, Maxey and Edgecombe didn't think so.
Should do it, you would think. Maxey underneath scores, although they scored very quickly with no resistance. And then they steal it. Maxey, oh, they're back in it.
Edgecombe.
They got 5 points in less than 5 seconds to close the gap to 3. And they almost steal the ball away from Smart, but the refs call a foul. Marcus splits the free throws but keeps the 2-possession lead. So now the Sixers need a quick 2-for-1 opportunity.
He's got 3 of them. Maxey attacks Kleber and scores!
and they did it fast.
Tyrese scores, so down by 2, they try to play pressure defense. The only thing is,
with 15 to go, shot clock is 3 ahead of the game. Rui finds himself underneath for the slam.
Philly leaves Maxi Kleber unguarded, and when Joel went after him, he found Rui inside for the jam and the game is over. The Lakers made a last-minute deal yesterday, trading Gabe Vincent for Luke Kennard. He's coming in to improve their outside shooting, which has been one of the worst in the league so far. Moving on to Phoenix, where Dillon Brooks was talking trash to Curry on the bench.
Trying to carve, trying to chisel, bumping, spinning, firing. Dillon Brooks. Much to the chagrin of the Golden State bench. Wow.
That was a grown man bucket by Dillon, and Steph could only watch as the Warriors fell down by 14 points in the fourth quarter.
Best point guard, here's a 3 from way outside, knocks it in from Tempe.
But after Coach Kerr's timeout, things changed drastically.
And they swing it around, and a 3 taken here. Will Richard puts it. Green in the corner, over Bouye. He sticks it. Payton, wide open 3, bullseye.
Golden State executed a 12-5 run to narrow the gap to 7 points, forcing the Suns to call a timeout. However, they continued to struggle, missing their 5th shot in a row. On the other end, Pat Spencer finds good old Horford on the wing, who hits nothing but the bottom of the net. So finally, after 3.5 minutes, Iguodala stops the bleeding for Phoenix.
Allen. Oh, beautiful handoff to Iguodala.
Back up by 6, the Suns couldn't foresee what was about to happen. First, Grayson Allen rolled his ankle by stepping awkwardly on GP's foot, and with 3 minutes to go, he left the game in pain. Then Al Horford used the mismatch down low just like he did back in his heyday.
Down to 4. It'll drop.
He got hit on the head on that jump hook as well, so Golden State up in arms about an and one.
With 7 consecutive points, Big Al makes it a one-possession game. Meanwhile, the Suns desperately lack the presence of a go-to guy in the clutch. As much as Dillon improved his bag this season, he cannot be your best offensive player. On the contrary, the Dubs had multiple players deep in their groove on both sides of the court.
Shot clock at 5. Melton drives and got it! Knifes his way for 2. Shot clock at 4. Penetrating inside Gillespie. Great defense by Golden State. The other way, Santos for the lead.
What a crazy turnaround! Steph is pumped on the sidelines as they only need one more stop to complete the epic comeback. And just like they did all quarter long, the Warriors put Dillon Brooks in a cage. First, Moody stood his ground and then Melton on the switch, leading us to an absolute chaos at the end.
Brooks, plenty of time on the shot clock. He's trying to work his way inside. A switch on defense. Now Melton takes over. Shot clock at 9. Brooks, 3. No! Rebound, Payton skies! Got it! Ball jostled free. Loose inside. It's picked up. Down court. Melton the other way.
Man, the Warriors escaped Phoenix on an incredible 22-5 run in the last 8.5 minutes. They completely shut down the Suns, allowing only 15 points in the final frame. Next, we go to Atlanta for another wild finish between the Hawks and the Jazz. But before we dive deep in the clutch, I gotta ask Utah's coach, why in the world did he leave Lauri Markkanen on the bench for the entire fourth quarter? He wasn't injured or anything. He just got subbed out after scoring 18 points on 50% shooting throughout the first 3 quarters. I guess the number 1 pick in the draft next year is a much sweeter idea than a random win in February. But regardless, the rest of the Jazz players fought hard to keep things interesting in the clutch.
Thinking about a 3. Hits a 3. Isaiah gonna put it up. 25 for Isaiah Collier.
He lost his shoe.
He did. Mikhailuk makes it 116-112.
Mikhailuk puts Utah up by 4 with 3.5 minutes remaining. But on the other end, the Hawks had a couple of guys ready to compete as well.
Side knocked away, and CJ's got it. Over to Jalen. Johnson in the paint. 1:03 left.
4 seconds.
It's going to be Collier. It's blocked and a shot clock violation. The buzzer sounded twice on the same possession. Jock! Got it! And the Hawks take the lead.
Jock Landale buries his 5th three of the night to put his new team up by a point. He had a phenomenal debut of 26 points and 11 rebounds on 71% efficiency. Will the Jazz be able to respond?
Jalen's all over him. Filipowski. Air ball. Shot clock violation.
Another huge block for the Hawks in the closing moments of the game. Johnson was brilliant as well, putting up his 10th triple-double of the season with 22, 16, and 15. Now that's what I call stuffing the stat sheet. Anyway, the Jazz had to foul in order to stop the clock, sending Alexander Walker to the line, who knocked down both of his free throws to bump the lead to 3 points. So with their backs against the wall, Ace Bailey doesn't shy away one bit.
Collier gets it in. Bailey hits a three to tie the game at 9.8.
The rookie ties the game, and now the pressure is on the Hawks. You want to finish this thing right here and right now.
Nikhil looking to go to the basket. Collier defending. Nikhil's turnaround is good at 1.3. Utah timeout.
Nikhil gets the shooter's touch, putting his clutch genes on display to give his team a 2-point lead with 1.3 on the clock. Still, they need one more stop.
2 to tie, 3 to win. It is gonna be Collier gets it in. Williams with the heave, and the ball game is over.
Bailey misses the entire basket, and the Hawks survive the thriller finish against the second unit of the Jazz. In Dallas, 2 of the brightest NBA stars went mano a mano.
Put up 13 of 18 shots have been threes. They've made 5. Yeah. Here's Cooper Flagg on the launching pad to flush it. And here is Cooper Flagg, turnaround shot, low block, bullseye. So shooting 60% from the floor tonight, gentlemen. Here is Wemby. He's already made 3 threes, and give him another one. Max Christie misses. And a long three by Wemby. Good.
Wemby opened the game on fuego, hitting his first 5 shots from downtown. And when the defense didn't allow him the 3, he showed us what we already knew.
Spurs give up the fewest second chance points in the league. So you saw. Oh no. Oh wow. Oh no. Oh wow. Oh my goodness.
That's a cheat code. He's the only one that can get that ball. 20 of his 29 points came in the first half, and the Spurs had an 11-point lead before the break. But in the third, it was Cooper's time to shine.
Here's a late clock situation. Dallas nearly turned it over, but the ball ends up in the hands you want. Coop for a 3-ball. Cooper from Max Christie. Coop's got 13 points, and he is looking for 2 more, and he finds them. Percentages remain high in this game. Dallas 55%, San Antonio 54, and that's a high percentage shot. It's Cooper going all the way to the cup and finishing with authority.
Flagg rocks the rim for the utmost pleasure of the crowd. He scored 11 of his 32 points in the period to cut the lead to 3 heading into the fourth. And he kept doing wonders for the Mavs in the final period as well.
Von Castle, Coop had an 11-point third quarter, and he starts off the fourth quarter in style.
Happy for him.
Now Coop to answer, which he does. Cooper Flagg pull-up 3 on the money. Keldon Johnson wants the 3 attacking. Get it out of here.
Coop was everywhere in the second half, making sure his team stayed within striking distance.
Night long, they've been within 1 here in the second half, and another floater over Wemby by Coop.
And he finally got some help entering the clutch.
Handoff, Gafford flushes it.
Najee Marshall makes it a 1-point game, and the fans are buzzing. However, this is when the Spurs showed who's the better and more complete roster.
De'Aaron Fox surveys the scene. And a wide open look and a hit for Stephon Castle on a 3. Daniel Gafford inside against Wemby, trying to pivot around him, and it's blocked. Double Wemby, Fox for 3. That hurts the path. Definitely.
San Antonio finished the game on a 15-4 run. When push came to shove, Wembanyama simply had the better supporting cast. He finished the spectacle with 29, 11, and 6 along with 3 blocks. Next, the Hornets went from one of the worst to one of the hottest teams in the league right now.
Man, pull up Jay. And the rebound and stick back for Miles Bridges. LaMelo. 3-ball. Yes! LaMelo Ball, his 4th 3 of the half. Charlotte, Miles Bridges checks his feet, lets it fly. Center cut.
What was a tight game in the second quarter, Charlotte turned into a one-sided affair in the blink of an eye.
And the rebound, Musa Diabate wins the race to it. Trey Mann off the reload, yes sir!
Rebounds in this game.
Nice deflection, Josh Green with the two-handed punch.
Just for all 5 guys on the floor.
Miles Bridges with the reverse.
A 15-2 electric run by the Hornets got them up by 13 points, and once they got their opponent down, they just kept pounding on.
And right away pick up where they left off with a steal on the defensive end. Miller to Miles, to the corner, Knipple, triple, yes sir! Rip the net court, Knipple. LaMelo for 3, LaMelo wins! That is a premier defender. Trey Mann. Off the mark from the wing, but Musha grabs another board. Miller! Yes! Brandon Miller, 29 straight games with a made 3.
LaMelo and Knipple led the balanced attack with 20-plus points, while KD was a lone wolf on the Rockets, scoring 31 points but to no avail. And when the lead ballooned to 22, Ime Udoka put Uncle Jeff in the game, who reminded us what he's capable of.
Green turning back the clock with an and 1 opportunity.
Wow, Jeff Green detonates the poster dunk on Kalkbrenner's head to stun the entire arena. Nevertheless, the Hornets got to their 8th win in a row, which is the longest in their franchise history. But we all know who's the better team between the Pistons and the Wizards. But last night, some magic was in the air in Detroit.
Oh, Cooper with a split. Oh, that's nice.
Upstairs to Koulibaly on the baseline.
Oh, we gotta rewind that.
Get this, 8 Washington players scored in double digits to stun the Pistons on their home court. Marcus Sasser got it down to 4 points late in the 4th, but as I said, they used dark magic.
Oh, wow.
1 second, Koulibaly got to get it up. Oh! Beats the shot clock.
Are you kidding me? What is going on? The Wiz made every basket crazier than the last one to finish the game on a 12-7 stretch and secure the win. Unbelievable! And the trade madness culminated with Ivica Zubac heading to the Pacers in exchange for Ben Mathurin and Isaiah Jackson. This is a trade for the future, as Big Zoo is only 28 years old and he'll be a great fit with Halliburton next season. Giannis stayed in Milwaukee after all that gossip, and he posted this legendary clip of the Wolf of Wall Street on his Instagram saying, "Legends never chase, they attract." You cannot be mad at this guy for wanting to win. Another crazy night in the NBA, but it was nothing compared to my previous video with 4 absolutely insane endings and some controversy on top of that. Click right here to check it out and talk to you in the next one. Peace out.